going on, Capricorns? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is about to be your reading for the month of November. So I'm going to be hopping into your energies, seeing exactly what's going on with you guys. I'm doing a pre-cap or precursor for your reading on camera. Something new that I kind of started up, so you guys can kind of get a little bit more interaction with me or just see me for a change. But then when we get into your actual reading, I'm definitely get back to the cards. So what's going on, Capricorn? It's been a while. I do feel for you guys in the month of November that I get a feeling of law and order. Like, that was the phrase that came in my mind. I feel like you guys are like coming in to bring law and order to a situation, or you're coming in to make some things more concrete. The vision that I kind of saw was like a room full of people that was like talking or arguing, or like everybody was speaking at one time, everybody was speaking out of turn. It was like a lot of chaos happening inside of this room. And you know how it goes, like if you've ever seen that in real life or seen it, in a movie or whatever, or on a show, how everybody can just start talking at once and everybody's trying to get their point across or get their idea out or get the last say. And it's just like this room of people doing that, and so much chaos. But then I get a vision of Capricorn just like stepping into the room like, okay, like, like, hey, chill out, like, stop, right? Like, now I'm bringing the law and order. Like, we tried it your way, we tried to see what was going to happen with your ideas. Now I'm putting some things into place that come from me, or I'm putting some things in place that make things a lot more, in order, for lack of better words, right? So I feel like this is what could be happening in your personal life. Like, you're coming in wanting to make some things more concrete, wanting to bring order to some things that could have been more out of place. You're no longer wanting to leave it to chance at the same time. Like, I feel like you don't want to leave it to chance or leave it to fate or your destiny or whatever. You want to take control. Like, you want to take control of what you can take control of in your life, and lay these ground rules or lay these beliefs or these boundaries for yourself to be like, hey, this is my value system. This is how this is going to go. This is how, I'm going to carry out my work. This is the direction I'm heading in. So I feel like in November, you're definitely making some decisions, and you're making some things really concrete, or committing to some ways of thinking or goals for yourself, right? Because I feel like before now, it could have been a little bit of energy, like, where you could have just been leaving it to chance, or you could have been more lackadaisical, I think that's what it is, when it came down to like some things in your life. Like, well, let's just see how it pans out. Let's just see how this works out. Let's just see what the universe will bring in. I'm seeing for some of you guys, it could have been like that inside of a certain relationship too. Like, let's just see how this works out. But now in November, I feel like you want to take the reins a little bit. You want to be like, okay, this is how this is going to go. This is how, right, we're about to make these moves. This is how I want to move forward doing this. Like, you want to have a kind of like guide system or guidelines to follow, instead of it just being like, okay, whatever will be, will be. Like, so that's what I'm kind of feeling with your energy in November. Let's see what the cards have to say about this. But that was the overall vision that I'm getting when I look at your cards or think about your energy. Is like, I want to bring the law and order in. I want to make order out of chaos, right? If everything had been chaotic and up and down and like roller coaster style, it's like you want to bring everything down to a more like controllable or less volatile type of energy, right? So let's do this. Give me a set, Cap, and we're going to hop into your cards. All right, Capricorn. So this is going to be your general reading for the month of November. This will not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. That always helps. If you guys don't follow me yet on IG, follow me at Chris Anthony 14 pounds, Chris Anthony 14 LBS. And I will be on there trying to upload more, because I've been slowing down on IG and on the reading. So work with me, Capricorn. I'm trying to get back to it. All right, this is going to be your present energy right here. that we're tapping into like we always do it. This will be your main storyline. After that, we're going to hop into your futuristic energy on the left side here, your supporting details also. And we're going to be wrapping it up with a fairy card. You got the Ace of Springs. All right, so hopping in, crowning your reading, you do have the Hierophant card clarified by the King of Swords. So this was the overall energy that I felt, right? Like you're coming in, bringing order, you're bringing a belief system, you're standing firm inside of a value system that you have, or maybe you're wanting to form one. Maybe you could be making changes about what is valuable to you and what is not. What is it that you're passionate about and what's not, right? Making decisions about these things and seeing what you want to focus on, seeing what truth you want to stand in, right? It's kind of like that saying, right? If you don't believe in something, then you'll fall for anything. And I feel like you're wanting to establish a certain value system or belief system that you have for yourself. It could be different from what you've been believing in the past, right? Not saying that it has to be a major shift in beliefs, but just when it comes down to the specifics, the details in life, your everyday tasks that you do, like what is it all for, and how do you want to carry it out? How can you kind of take more control of your life and what you're believing in? This is what I feel with the Hierophant energy and the King of Swords, right? Because the King of Swords is all about standing firm in your truth, right? Knowing what your truth is and being able to express that very strongly or bluntly to other people if they need to know. So that's definitely what I'm picking up with the Hierophant energy. It's like, I think you're committing to a certain belief system or value system. Some of you guys could also be dealing with a air sign, right? King of Swords energy, and thinking about going into a commitment with a air sign, possibly. But I feel strongly for most of you guys, this has to do with something that you want to put into concrete about your belief system. It's like you're making some things settle down that were all over the place, is what I'm feeling like. You're like, okay, that's enough of craziness. That's enough of chaos. That's enough of, everything being thrown around. Let's bring in some order. Let's organize this, right? Let's put this in its right place. Let's put all of the puzzle pieces together so we know what the picture is. And so there is a certain vibe of organization that's coming in for you guys. And I know most of the time, Capricorns, you are organized. Like most of you guys anyway like organization. So I feel like there has been something maybe in your past that, or in these recent times, that have been kind of nagging at you because you haven't had the chance to really put it in order yet. It's kind of like if you're really into keeping your house clean or whatever, and you come in every day and you're seeing that your house is not really up to par like you really like it to be, but you've been so distracted with work, or you've been so distracted with all these things happening in your life, and you haven't had the chance to really clean your house up, then it's going to keep kind of like nagging you a little bit. Like, okay, I got to clean the house, but I got to do this too, and I got to do this too. So in November, I think you're having the chance to really slow things down a little bit and be like, okay, let me get this in order. Let me get this in order. For some of you guys, this could have to do with paperwork, right? It could have to do with legal things, right? Or it could have to do with you just handling certain day-to-day business that you need, right? Whether that's like getting your license renewed, or like going to the doctor's office, or I think in November things slow down enough for you that you can kind of put things in place that will really help you out later on down the line in the future. And these are the things that you're definitely going to be taking notice of with the King of Swords. Like, he's observing what needs to be changed around, what needs to be revamped, what should I put in order, what should I remove and replace with, right? How can I bring order to this part of my life? How can I make this stand in line? So you're all about organization and order in November. You also have the Emperor here clarified by the Hierophant, so that's the same energy, right? The Emperor is all about rulership. He's all about order, right? He's all about keeping things in line, keeping things in check, keeping a certain equilibrium when it comes down to a kingdom and his empire, right? So you're making sure everything is running smoothly, overseeing things in your own world, in your environment, making sure like things won't crash, right, in the long run. So this is what I'm picking up. There's a lot of longevity energy here where you're making some adjustments that really will help out later on down the line, like I said before. You're making some shifts to some bigger things in your life. Like, you know what? I have no need for this anymore. Why don't I just like remove this out of my life? Like, and then I'll have way more space for me to focus on this. Or I no longer need to pursue this goal, right? Like the age of it, the era of it has passed. Now I want to start focusing on something new, or putting all of my focus on one thing instead of having my hand in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, right? So I feel like you're making some decisions of how you can run things more smoothly, be more efficient, right? And you're really making some power moves in November. I feel like you could also, I definitely felt that, be kind of ruffling some feathers with other people, because you're making changes that may involve other people or that other people may be connected to. But like I was saying with that vision I saw, like these things that you're changing, nobody else have really been able to figure it out or offer solutions to it. So you're really taking it into your own hands now. Like, okay, I gave you a chance. I gave you all a chance, whatever this could be for you, right? In order to do this or do that or make changes or, you know, do it the way you wanted to, but it's still not being done. So now I have to do it. If you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting here. And for some of you guys, right, you could be stepping out of the traditional way of doing something and doing something more unorthodox, but more heavier. I feel like you're just laying down your law. Like, this is what I believe in. This is how I do things. This is how I want it to be done. Like, I'm not going to do it the way somebody else wants it to be done. Like, because I have my own style of carrying out tasks and living my life and being in order with my own belief system and my structure that I have for myself. So you're really standing your ground when it comes down to a certain environment you're in, or a group of people, or maybe one person that maybe you may, like I said, bump heads with or ruffle some feathers because it seems like somebody is trying to get you to do things their way of doing things, and you're like, no, that's not going to work. That's not the way I do it. Like, that's just not me. It doesn't fit my personality. Like, I got to do it my way. And now you're actually choosing to take back that control if you've given it up, you know, in recent times slightly. Or if you, you know, just didn't have the energy to really go and take over, right? Because you were busy with doing other things. You could have even been distracted. Because this this emperor is looking off to the side, right? He's looking over to his right side over his shoulder. So you could have been slightly distracted in the past. And so somebody was trying to either build something the way they wanted to be built, or like, you know, take control and run things the way they wanted. But now that you're not distracted anymore, you're like, wait a minute, like, why did you move this from here over here? Like, I always keep this over here, right? Why did you make this phone call and make changes to the plans that I already had? Like, no. We're resetting. So it's going to be something like that that's happening in November. Like, no, this needs to be back over here. I need you to move over here. I need you to go. Like, where did you even come from? And so you're seeing some things a lot more clearer and getting things back in order that could have fell out of order. Over here you have the Sun card clarified by the Two of Wands. So yeah, Two of Wands talks about a decision that's being made, right? Like it talks about choosing between two different roads, right? And making a firm decision to go in one direction. And I think for you, this is what the Hierophant or the Emperor is kind of looking over to, because you want to make things more easier and more smoother for your life so that you can enjoy life more. Even if this comes down to goals that you want to achieve, and you want to be more efficient at achieving goals, because you know when you achieve goals, it brings you this abundance, this happiness, this freedom, right? Whether that's financial freedom or emotional freedom or happiness in whatever form it is, whenever you do what you need to do, this is how you feel. So you're making a decision to move towards this happiness by laying down this order, by taking back control of your world, right? By laying down like the hammer for some of you guys. Like, this is the only thing that's going to make you happy, because I feel like without that, you're going to be feeling uncomfortable in whatever decision you're in, whether it's a partnership with somebody or whether it's a work relationship, you know, between you and your employer, or just family or friends. It's like, if you don't have a certain level of control, not saying that you're a control freak, but if you don't have a certain level of stability for yourself, and if things are not being done the way you like to do it, like, why would you be there? Like, if your say didn't matter, or if your point of view didn't matter, why would you even be in this environment? So I think some of you guys are making a decision to, you know, either make changes to this environment or leave this environment for your happiness, because your happiness is over, you know, you having to conform to something that doesn't really fit your bill, right? So I feel like you're really not into conformity in the month of November. You're very stubborn in the month of November, and very less moldable, less bendable. You're really stiff in November is what I feel, taking on a real masculine energy, because you're like, no, this is the way that it's going to go. Like, I already, no. I'll let you do what you wanted to do. I'll let it be this way, and try to see if it will play out in a great way, but it's not, so now I'm taking back control. And this overall is going to bring your abundance, your happiness, your positive vibes back. It's really going to start lifting your spirit, because you're being very proactive in your approach. Instead of, you know, just allowing things to happen and going with the flow, you feel better in your energy when you're making things happen, right? And you tighten up the reins, and you make the turns and the decisions, and yeah. So I'm liking this, Capricorn. Let's keep it moving. Over here we have the Ace of Cups clarified by the Seven of Swords. So there is this happiness that's coming in. There is this emotional fulfillment that's coming in, right? But it's clarified by the Seven of Swords. So this may be something that's coming in that maybe either you're not aware of, or you're headed towards some emotional fulfillment that you really don't want to let everybody in on, or you don't want them to know your secret, right? Or something like that. It's like you want to fly underneath the radar. This could be why you're making all these changes, because you're like everybody doesn't need to know what's happening with me and what's bringing me happiness and what I'm focused on. Like, all I need to know is that I got this, like, at the end of the day. So yeah, I do kind of feel like there's something coming your way too that is going to be unexpected with the Seven of Swords, like that you're kind of asleep to, or you haven't really been focused on it because you've been focusing on other things. I feel like you guys have been busy. Like, I don't know if in October you were very busy, or in November you're going to be very busy, but you're so busy that it's some things that, or something that will come and kind of catch you off guard, because you're busy in this Emperor energy, right? Putting everything in order, revamping things, like making things happen, moving things around, being proactive. But at the same time, there's some type of emotional fulfillment that's coming your way. This could be an offer that's coming in, right, when it comes down to love, or it could be an opportunity that's coming in for like financial growth in a certain way. But I do feel like it's going to catch you off guard. I do feel like somebody is keeping it a secret to you, because we have the Seven of Swords, but I don't feel anything negative with the Seven of Swords. I feel like somebody is keeping this under wraps for the right time, and the right time is November. But they didn't want to let you know before now that they have this for you, or they have this big gift. It could definitely be an emotional offer that's coming in with the Ace of Cups. Or it could be vice versa, like you're really not wanting to let somebody, know that you have feelings for them, um, because you think it's not the right time, so you're really keeping it under wraps. Or maybe you have some type of relationship or connection going on, but you're not letting the world know in a certain type of way. You're like, let's keep this under wraps for the time being. Like, let's just not share this with everybody else. Let's just see where it goes. So yeah, it's something like that happening with the Ace of Cups. But I do feel like it's something coming towards you that's bringing you this emotional happiness, like this fulfillment, this wish fulfillment in a certain type of way. And right now, you may not know about it, is what I feel. But somebody I feel like wants to surprise you in a certain type of way. You do have the Knight of Wands here clarified by the Knight of Swords. So, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, two knights, right? You could have two people coming in. One is fiery, passionate, right? One moves pretty quickly. The other one is more of a thinker. They move quick too, because we have the Knight of Swords, the quickest moving knight. But one is more logical and wants to create or connect with you mentally. If this is resonating with you when it comes down to love, right? You could have two decisions that you're making in love. Like one really connects with you mentally, with your mind, like really turns you on mentally. The other one, there's a passion, there's a strong attraction, sexual attraction. And maybe you could be trying to make a decision between two people as to who it is that really matches you the most. Because with the Two of Wands here, we do have a decision being made about your happiness, right? About your emotional fulfillment. So you could, for some of you guys, be making a decision between two new suitors. And I am feeling like this is something new with the Ace of Cups. But there is a certain level of mystery here too about maybe both of these people or maybe just one of them, where somebody really has some deep feelings for you that they're just not really expressing all the way yet. This to me could be the air sign is what I'm feeling, because to me I feel like this air sign has more of a what is the word, like they really have plans for the future is what I'm feeling. The fire sign is really just going off of passion and connection and like the attraction that they could have towards you if this is resonating. But the other one, and it doesn't have to be fire or air, but if you're dealing or, are interested in two different people, this is what I'm feeling. The one that's taking on the air sign qualities could be the one that's coming in with the Ace of Cups. Because I feel like they're moving a little bit slower, because they have more to offer and they're trying to make sure that you're going to be on board with it in some type of way. Maybe they're really observant and they can tell that maybe you have more than one option, and you're popping up as the Two of Wands energy here. So trying to make a decision in love or trying to make a decision in what will bring you happiness is where you could be. Right? At the same time, you're making all these decisions in your personal life and taking control of your personal life. So, yeah, you have a full plate in November is what I feel like. Two suitors coming in while you're, like, taking total control and being in that strong, stability, stable emperor energy, right? Let's keep it moving into your futuristic energy and see what's going on. You do have the Queen of Wands, you have the Page of Cups, you have the Page of Wands, and then the Five of Cups. So with the Queen of Wands energy is clarified by the Four of Wands. So if you're taking on this energy in your future energy, then it seems like you are very passionate and really wanting to make some moves. Like it's kind of like a fire being lit up under you right now when it comes down to your stability, Four of Wands. Or when it comes down to a relationship or a partnership with somebody else, right? 11-11. You could be really coming into connection with a strong soulmate, and they could very much so be attracted to you, right? This could either be that fire sign or air sign, but if you're taking on the Queen of Wands energy, you're very much so magnetic and beautiful and like very persuasive in November. We are just drawing these new people to come in and want to offer you something, right? And if they are coming in November, I feel like they could be um, people who really have a potential for longevity in November, because that's what you're focusing on. This is the energy that you're in. Everything in November for you is speaking about longevity. What can I do for the future? How can I start something today that will last 10, 15, 20, 30 years? So you're thinking that way in your personal life, and so you're attracting people when it comes down to your love life that are thinking the same way. And when it comes down to relationship, all right. Right underneath that, we have the Page of Cups clarified by the Seven of Cups. So this could be an apology that's coming in or an offer that's coming in while you have many offers, right? Like I said, Seven of Cups, this is like having a lot of options, being very attractive to a lot of people, and you could have people really wanting to step up, but almost everybody is coming in to try to offer you something. You could have a water sign coming, a fire sign, an air sign. The only person I don't see is an earth sign, but they could be coming too. No, I see an earth sign too. Wow. So all four elements are coming in. So yeah, it's something about you that is very attractive or sexy in the month of November, Capricorn. Maybe it's the fact that you're taking a certain level of control of your own life and being proactive and creating this certain level of momentum. But I feel like you have these people that are coming in wanting to offer you emotional, stability, or make some type of like emotional gesture to you in a certain type of way. Because we have the Seven of Cups, it's like, wow, okay, dang, you want something, then you want something, and but they're all wanting to have this emotional or love connection with you. Then you have the Page of Wands here with the Strength card. So yeah, it's emotion here, it's passion here, a high level of attraction, sexual attraction that's here, where people are coming in wanting to have sex with you, they're wanting to hook up, they're wanting to love you, they're wanting to get to know you. Like, you have a lot of options in November. Dang, Capricorn, what's up? I guess y'all are really just doing your thing in November. Maybe it could be that whole Scorpio season that's here, that's happening. And you're really sexy in the Scorpio energy. Yes, it's really bringing out your sexy vibes. It's really bringing out those Venus energies. And yeah, people see you. Like, they see the strength that you have. They see the beauty that you have. They see the attractiveness, the intelligence that you hold, the power you hold as a Capricorn. And you have these people wanting to just like come in to get to know you. Like, hey, how are you? Like, how you doing? Like, and just like wanting to start something up ASAP. So yeah, you could be kind of almost overwhelmed with, I think, the amount of people that are going to be attracted to you in November, or that are going to be coming in. Like, if you haven't been getting a lot of action or a lot of attention, or you've been more so in hermit mode and nobody's really been seeing you, or blah, 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 I feel like in November, it's like they see you. They're like, hold on, like, what's up? Like, where you going? Like, can I call you later? Like, yeah. This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that for a lot of different signs, too. The other readings that I did for Taurus was like that. Maybe it's that real Scorpio energy that's happening, but I feel like you have a lot of different suitors that are coming in, wanting to offer something. Then we have the Five of Cups energy here. So there could be a certain energy that you're still feeling in November, because we have this retrograde season happening too, where you're really still thinking about the past. It could be an earth sign in the past with the Knight of Pentacles. Possibly you could still be thinking about an older connection that went sour, or just really wrapping up that cycle and really doing a review of it, and like just choosing to turn your back on it in a certain type of way. But the Five of Cups does talk about being stuck on the past, or crying over spilled milk a little bit. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's kind of like what I feel overall. It could be a earth sign you were dealing with that maybe you guys had a breakup or it just didn't work out, right? Or maybe this person was moving too slow for you, or you were moving too slow. And so something ended that you're really taking the time to review from the past, maybe because you have all these new potential people coming in. So I think you're looking at it one more time and being like, okay, this didn't work out. I might as well start looking at some of these new options that I see coming in, because you will have options, Capricorn. This is what I'm feeling. Everything is a new beginning too. Under your deck, you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, along with the Ace of Cups that was in your deck. So everything here is talking about new starts, new beginnings coming in. And this is probably why you're wanting to really come with this energy of taking control, rearranging some things, like putting things in order, because this energy is so new. And I feel like deep down, subconsciously, you're wanting to facilitate all of this newness, right? Get ready for it in a certain type of way so that when it comes, it doesn't catch you too much off guard. Because you do have some happiness coming in. You do have the sun energy coming in, right? You are making certain decisions that are taking you closer to some fulfillment in life, some happier times, some lighter times, right? So yeah, let's see what's happening with your fairy card. You got the Ace of Spring. It says it's time to take action, be fearless, and happily pursue your most treasured dreams, amazing career opportunities. So yeah, this is what I feel. You're taking action. You're taking control. You're coming in as the emperor and making sure that things are in their right place, that nothing is out of place, making sure all cylinders are firing, right? And laying down the law is what I feel. So nothing, I don't think, will really miss your attention in November. You're paying attention to the details and you're making adjustments on the detail level so that the overall picture looks more like something that you're wanting to see, is what I feel. So good luck with that, Capricorn. I'm going to wrap up that reading right here. I appreciate your patience and for working with me as I'm going through this little bit of a shift with the readings and them not being all the way on time. And so I'm wanting to get back to that, to doing 2 readings a month for you guys and them coming out in a timely manner. But right now it's not that way, but I appreciate your patience, right? I will see you guys either again in November if I choose to do another reading for you guys, or in December. Enjoy the holidays and see you guys later.